following that up with even more great news. Today I want to focus on two key areas of innovation that Mark mentioned, connectivity and performance. So let's start with connectivity. You know, we continue to think and behave like a technology company. When we revealed Sync back in 2007, we really couldn't have predicted how much mobile device connectivity would influence our lives and our business. You have to remember, we introduced Sync even before Apple introduced the first iPhone. So since then, obviously mobile technology has dramatically changed how people communicate, how they get information and entertainment, and even how they pay for goods and services. Back in 2007, 10 million Americans had smartphones or tablets. Today, that number is more than 160 million. And we've been paying close attention to that customer, understanding their needs, understanding their wants. And we've continued to deliver on that promise of Sync, ensuring that it's affordable and accessible to customers all over the world, that it's going to connect to devices that you own, no matter what the brand is or the model, and that it's updatable to support new devices and new services of the future. Sync right now is the most popular communications and entertainment system in the industry, with over 10 million units Sync-equipped cars and trucks on the road. And 43% of those customers say Sync was important or critically important to their purchase decision of a Ford vehicle. 77% would say they would probably or definitely recommend Sync to others. And it continues to be a differentiator. It helps our vehicles stand apart from the competition, and its overall capability is still a wow factor the first time a customer experiences it. So we've collected more customer feedback through research clinics and market surveys on Sync than any other product or feature we've ever introduced. Nearly 22,000 comments and suggestions were considered in Sync's redesign. We literally let customers help design the new Sync system, which brings us today. So I'm pleased to introduce Sync 3, our next generation communications and entertainment system. It's intuitive, easy to use, responds to commands quickly. We watch and learn how people interact with their smartphones and tablets, and we develop an all-new graphical interface that looks and performs just like a smartphone or tablet, but with specific details to make it appropriate for use in a car. Ken Williams, who worked on the user interface, is going to come up and join me and help with the demonstration. Thanks, Ken. So let's start with Sync 3's intuitiveness. We really narrowed the amount of information on the home screen with larger fonts, bigger touch zones for your fingers, simpler menus to get you directly to where you want to go. We changed the background color to make it more brighter. This cuts down on the washout from the sun, also reduces visibility of fingerprints on the screen. And next, we've made Sync very easy to use. And I want to turn it over to Ken to show you that.
Thanks, Raj. As you can see, the function tray is always available at the bottom, which gives you quick access to all of your domains. And you can see I go to climate, phone, and navigation very quickly. One of the other things we try to do is make it look more like a smartphone and tablet and give you swipe and pinch to zoom functionality. So I'll give you the pinch on the nav screen here. And as you can see, we can swipe with that with just a touch. That swipe also carries through to the phone screens where you can go into your contact list, and I'll swipe through that contact menu. So it's very seamless, very what people are used to. We'll go back to navigation. One of the things we added within navigation is what we call one-box search. So if I go to destination and I go to search, you'll see that we have one line for address entry. We want to make sure that it's similar to what people are used to with their Google smartphones. You know, they are able to just enter that address. So it's address, city, points of interest, anything you can type in that line. So we'll go with a coffee shop. Let's go with Starbucks. Type in the ST. As you can see, Starbucks immediately showed up there. So we have some predictive text capability for points of interest. So I'll choose Starbucks right there. One of the other things we tried to do was make Sync 3 very fast. It's similar to that tablet-like experience, so it's very responsive to touch. We also wanted to make it more conversational. So when you're using voice, we benchmarked all those voice technologies, wanted to make sure that we are able to say what you want to say. One of the things we tried to do is for partial name recognition for POIs, such as P.F. Chang's China Bistro. Not many people understand that that's the full name for P.F. Chang's, So you can now just say PF Chang's, and we'll be able to recognize that with the partial name search. We also made it more conversational with address entry. So if you want to do an address such as 20,900, you can actually just say 20,900 Oakwood Boulevard. You don't have to say 20900.
Thanks, Kent. We've also added or improved several key features. So let's start with 911 Assist. We're leaders right now in providing a non-subscription-based emergency call system. We work with 911 call centers to make the information even more helpful to responders now. So in the event of a significant crash, Sync can call 911, provide the location, but also now the type of accident, whether it's front, side, rear, or rollover accident. We can also provide information of how many seatbelts were in use at the point of that accident. So we're extremely proud of helping emergency responders deliver life-saving services faster. Another feature that adds to the self-driving experience is we've added Apple's Siri eyes-free capability. This is seamlessly integrated into Sync 3. It simply works with a Bluetooth connection. All you have to do is hold down the push-to-talk button on the steering wheel, same as you would push the button on your iPhone, to initiate the conversation with Siri. Sync's also always been easy to update. To ensure compatibility with new devices, new features, new improvements, we were the first automaker to deliver software updates, and we've continued to do so with each new generation. Our first updates were delivered via ESP, and today we're excited to announce that with Sync 3, we'll be able to deliver updates over the air via a Wi-Fi connection. So just like 911 Assist, customers don't need a paid subscription to access the over-the-air connection. Sync 3 has a built-in Wi-Fi receiver that can be set up to connect to your home Wi-Fi while parked in the garage. And just like updating apps on your smartphone from the comfort of your living room, the car will ping your Wi-Fi network several times per month to check for updates. The installation is done all in the background, and customers will get a notification of the update. It's easy and free for customers. And owners without home Wi-Fi signal can conduct updates wherever it's more convenient for them, at a dealer or using a USB. And we already have a cadence of new features that are planned for Sync 3. And finally, AppLink, our bridge to the future. Our ability to engage developers, maintain pace with new apps and services is critically important to our customers. And Ken's going to show us how easy it is to find these apps and use these apps.
Absolutely. As new apps are developed, they'll show up in this app domain right here. As you can see, we have Pandora here, but as we discover them on your device, they'll show up in this domain. If you have a media application or a radio, such as NPR News or things like that, they'll show up also in that audio domain, where we can go to, you'll see Pandora is running right now. We'll get some Christmas radio. But it'll also show up in this change source menu, where you can see that it's right in that running menu. You'll see that Pandora has its features available, such as thumbs up, thumbs down. You also have your music list available for what sources you have within Pandora. And as always, you can get this through voice application.
Thanks, Ken. So right now we have the largest ecosystem of developers in the auto industry. And we plan to build on that lead with AppLink because it offers exactly what developers want. An easy to integrate API, a clean user interface to create their brand experience, clear guidance on how to create an automotive relevant experience, and access to vehicle data to help personalize the functionality. We expect to have all of our current partners, and that's more than 40 current apps, up and running on the Sync 3 platform, and many, many more when we launch next year. Okay, that's an overview of the new enhancements from Sync 3. Thanks, Ken. And you'll have a chance to try that for yourselves on our bucks in a few minutes. But let's shift gears and let's talk about performance. Another proof point of the innovation we're driving in our business. Performance and performance innovation represents the best of Ford. Motorsports performance and performance date back to the very inception of Ford Motor Company, as Mark mentioned. Henry Ford won in the sweepstakes races shown here against Alexander Winton. And that was a remarkable upset victory in front of Detroit's elite businessmen. And some of those men came forward to back whatever automotive venture Henry Ford had in mind. 18 months later, Ford Motor Company was born. And Ford Motor Company and performance have been connected ever since. From even the early days when the Model T competed in endurance events, to today, where we're racing all over the globe. whether that's the Global Rallycross Championship, the FIA World Rallycross, Chinese Touring Car, and of course, here in the US, NASCAR. So performance for us provides a platform to showcase our technology capabilities, pilot advanced technologies, and support flow-through to mainstream products. It plays a key role in our portfolio by attracting new customers to the brand, retaining existing customers within the brand, really establishing a long-term relationship with a younger, wealthier customer, and overall generating higher showroom traffic. And it's a growing business. The performance vehicle industry sales have grown since 2009, up 70% in the United States. And in that tough European market, it's up 14%. So we're really well positioned to leverage this growth opportunity with performance versions of our cars, utilities, and trucks. So just as One Ford has helped us grow a product portfolio all around the world, One Ford is helping us make even more performance vehicles available to more people around the world. Take EcoBoost, for example. 5 years ago, we made a big bet and launched EcoBoost. Today, we've produced more than 2 million EcoBoost engines that's delivered greater fuel economy as well as better performance versus larger displacement engines. In North America, 95% of our nameplates in 2015 will be available with EcoBoost. And playing a key role in that is the engine Joe mentioned, our 3-time International Engine of the Year winner, the 1-liter EcoBoost. So EcoBoost is really a foundation for a new generation of performance. And proof points for that are our EcoBoost-powered Focus ST and Fiesta ST, which both bring a younger, more fluent customer into the showroom. 50% of Fiesta ST buyers are actually under the age of 35. 30% of them have household incomes more than $100,000. So the ST lineup is really creating a solid foundation of Ford performance vehicles, with more than 65% of those ST customers actually coming from outside of the Ford brand. And with millennials purchasing ST vehicles over twice the rate as the rest of the Ford brand. So in general, performance vehicles attract more millennial customers than any of our base Ford vehicles. And 50% of Ford performance vehicles, their next purchase is a Ford. So it doesn't hurt also to partner with racing icons like Vaughn Gittin Jr., Brian Deegan, Ken Block, all who bring an energetic, youthful fan to the equation. And racing remains an innovation lab as well, whether it's our 3.5-liter EcoBoost, which competes in the United Sports Car Endurance Series, CGI technology that's from NASCAR now in our 2.7-liter EcoBoost engine. So racing's our ultimate product development test bed, as well as a proving ground for passionate engineers, allowing them to innovate in an arena of top-level competition. So our new state-of-the-art technical center in Charlotte, for example, is going to help our racing teams deliver racing innovations, but we're also advancing engineering tools that will be used in performance vehicles and our production vehicles. An example of that would be our full vehicle simulator, which helps bring our racing teams up to speed, but also speeds consumer product development. So what we've learned about aerodynamics via racing is finding its way directly into production vehicles. So using high-speed moving ground wind tunnels, we've redesigned the front end of the Mustang Shelby GT350 from the A-pillar forward, completely different than the Mustang GT, to improve on downforce and cooling. And it's not just performance vehicles that benefit. The Edge and Explorer incorporate air curtains. The Edge F-150 and Escape have active grille shutters, all to improve aerodynamics. So those are just a couple of the product innovations that are delivered by a global team of talented engineers and technical specialists. And currently we have successful performance teams around the globe. Our special vehicle team here in North America, Team RS in Europe. And each region profitably produces vehicles, aftermarket equipment, and personalized products that are all highly coveted. But often in our past, it's been only in their region. Now, applying One Ford to the performance business, we're changing that. Today, we're changing Ford's performance business. We're growing and strengthening our performance vehicle lineup worldwide, and we're focusing on delivering vehicles and experiences customers globally want. So this business is now being called Ford Performance, a halo under which all of our performance cars, utilities, and trucks will now fall. This new team and organization is going to leverage performance innovation, deliver products that our performance vehicles want, They're going to unify Ford Motor Company's SVT, Team RS, and Ford Racing under one organization. And this is going to increase our engineering capabilities and successes both within our production vehicles as well as within racing. And it's going to continue to nurture that already powerful relationship with enthusiast customers that serve as our innovation test bed. This organization will be led by Dave Parasak, who was the chief engineer of the all-new Mustang. He's now been appointed Director of Global Ford Performance, responsible for emerging Ford Racing, all of our performance vehicle nameplates, including the Fiesta ST, the Focus ST, the F-150 Raptor, the GT350, the Focus RS, incorporating performance vehicle parts into this business as well as merchandising and licensing. Most importantly, we're going to further build this agile, skunk-works-like spirit that's going to be critical to innovation flowing through veins of the entire organization. So Ford Performance will bring motorsport and performance car engineering into the same stable, helping create unique performance experiences for our customers, and appealing to those discerning enthusiasts who really love the emotional, positive experience of driving and relish the opportunity to take that to the full level of their capability. Ford Performance vehicles are going to cover everything from our accessible and more practical performance vehicles, like the Fiesta and the Focus ST, all the way up to our high-performance vehicles, such as the Shelby GT350 and the F-150 Raptor. These high-performance draw vehicles really draw customers that are younger and better educated than the average driver. Mean income for these vehicles is $165,000. That's $58,000 higher than industry average. 75% of these customers own 3 or more vehicles. And they reserve their performance vehicle for that special drive time, usually not for the daily commute. So the Ford Performance team is going to continue to innovate through every part of our product portfolio and to do that globally. Which brings us to the arrival of the all-new Focus RS. As Mark said, we're going to be bringing that to global markets for the very first time. And it's just one example of how Ford Performance will leverage the best innovations Ford has to offer. And the RS is one of those. The RS has a significant heritage and pedigree. The first RS badge Ford vehicle actually appeared in Europe in 1968. The last RS we did, the Focus RS, was introduced in 2009. And the new Focus RS will therefore be a significant event. Because to earn that RS badge, it has to be a no-compromise driver's car that delivers exceptional performance on the track while providing excellent everyday driving. So it's a great example of what we're all about, innovating in performance, bringing more performance products and parts to more customers around the world even sooner. So that's the power of One Ford. So with that, let me hand it back to Saeed, who's going to walk you through what's ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Raj.